Hi, Jackie. How are you today?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, Susan. How about you?
Good. I'm good, good, good. I want to say thank you so much for doing this DYA group interview. I have been having so much fun just having these brief, casual interviews with people in the Discovering You Again Facebook group to have you share your wisdom gleaned and gained over your lifetime. That is the thing
Mm,
that's the most fun about this. I want
yeah.
to really get right into who you are and what you're doing, Jackie. If you could introduce your full name, what you do, give us your website, and tell us how did you come up with this idea, because I think it's more important than ever.
Okay. My name is Jacqui Atcheson. My business is Better Path to Divorce. I am a certified divorce coach and now a certified Save the Marriage mediator. I'm also a divorce mediator from the mid 90s. Quick story, my ex-husband and I, he was divorced, two children. I was young. And the story is I watched a horrible thing being adversarial, children being pulled apart. We had our own two children together, and I just watched this war of the roses and felt there had to be a better way. I had an opportunity in the 90s through the courts in New York to train as a mediator, and I went immediately into family court. Did intake. I was the domestic violence expert, so I knew when a case was mediatable and when it wasn't, when there was danger for either spouse. That was the first time I came in contact with men being beaten up by women. So
Mhm.
I've had a lot of crazy experiences in that, but I always felt there had to be a better way. So I started doing divorce mediation, was trained specifically in that after custody visitation. Unfortunately, if I was not a lawyer or a therapist at the time, so I didn't have another practice to fall back on, and nobody wanted to mediate. They still felt they wanted that bulldog attorney, they wanted the aggressive guy or woman, and they were out for blood. So I was a pioneer in an industry that was very difficult to break through. And then I was going through my own divorce, and while that was good for my heart and soul, it wasn't good for the pocketbook. So I continued to volunteer with the courts while getting a job. And as life progressed, I got to do some divorce mediation, remarried without going through my history. I retired from mortgages and decided I planned my own divorce. And I had to figure out a way to help women going through divorce. Now, I was in my mid 40s. Now it's actually considered gray divorce. So that's the area I specialize in. It's to empower women that are older in life going through divorce. And that happens to be the newest trend. And ARP advertised it through Tipper and Al Gore in 2004. And
Mm.
that's my passion because that's where I'm at right now. So I took a class, I got certified, and we have to keep up credits. It's not the same as somebody coming in and saying they're a divorce coach because they have a life coach degree or certification. And it's not the same as the woman who wrote the book. It is a certification. So anybody looking for a divorce coach, watch and look for certifications. That's really important.
Okay.
But I help people making decisions. Should I or shouldn't I? Going through the process post divorce. Your lawyers don't know how to do this stuff. They're not trained in it. They're trained to do law. So this is a piece that everybody typically went to lawyers for, but they don't know what they're doing. They just listen and make money.
Oh my gosh, I'm very stunned and amazed. Like, I, of course, know what you do. I really wanted to interview you because I
Mhm.
think that it's more important than ever. Of course, you know, my cohort, women in the second half of life, I get clients not who are still in those marriages or recently out of those marriages, not on the
Right.
divorce side. I do new business development, confidence coaching. But what I want to ask you is, okay, so somebody finds you on your website. What is your website called?
It's www.betterpathtodivorce.com.
Okay, and then let's say they hire you as a coach. Do you have packages? Is there a number of sessions that you do? What is your experience with how to, work people through this? How does that part go?
Okay, well, I do have packages. It starts with a package of 8. It is 1 hour, one-on-one sessions, either in person, FaceTime, Skype, whatever, or phone. And I have to tell you, even my local clients choose FaceTime. Nobody has time anymore.
Yeah.
And I have clients all over the world. It includes unlimited texts, unlimited emails, and in between sessions, I offer 4 5 to 10 minute laser coaching sessions, because divorce is so emotional. When you are having that moment and you don't know what to do, you can't make a mistake. You can't write the wrong thing. You can't say the wrong thing. It'll follow you to court. You reach out, and we do within that day. I always get back to them. We do what I call a laser coaching session to get them where they need to be so as to not hurt themselves legally. Right. Stay on the path.
Stay on the path, laser focus. I love laser focus.
Correct.
Mhm.
Yeah. No time to fool around.
No time to
But the
fool.
packages are, if you're deciding whether to get divorced or not, how to go through it, how to change your communication skills, because we all know our amygdala takes over, our cortex is nowhere to be found, and we do some training in that. So it either will work with the current marriage, or if not, you still need to change those patterns for the next place you need to be in life, because that's where you're stuck and that's where you move forward in that same emotional state. We have to change that for you, while working with looking at budgets and numbers and showing you how you can do this, or how to plan for it. Maybe it's 6 months from now, maybe it's a year from now, if that's the case. I have lists of referrals. We keep you healthy, sleep, exercise. There's accountability. We have exercises, we have role plays, and we just move on from there. I save time and money with attorneys. Attorneys just charge a fortune. I'm a compliment. I'm not an extra expense. It actually saves a lot.
Right. I totally believe that, because I do know divorce attorneys myself, and I know that they're part counselor, part coach, part fitness trainer, all of that. But the role
And
that
the truth is, they don't want to be any of that.
no, they don't. They're experts at what they do, and we need them to do what they do. Yeah,
Correct.
absolutely. So I'm just loving this. This is quite stunning. I, of course, watch you in your own, I call it a fit life journey. And I
Yes.
myself have just rolled out a whole platform of self-care on my website, because in my work in confidence coaching, self-care is a part of it as well. I believe
Absolutely.
that well-being leads to a more confident life. I also wonder the synergy of our work we should explore, because I'm wondering if lack of
Absolutely.
self-confidence is a thing for some of these people.
Well, I'm going to tell you, when a woman, and I'm not saying this is every divorce and it's not every woman who's beaten up emotionally, but the women that come to me, they have been beaten up emotionally. There's been affairs. There's been issues of trust that haven't worked. There's been verbal abuse. Okay. There's narcissism. Not every marriage, some, but overall, even in a bad marriage, they lack confidence. So yes, there is absolutely a piece that requires confidence building. Yes,
Yeah,
they're
that's
beaten up. And that's where I don't want them to move forward and just go into another relationship because they feel they need to depend on somebody. That's where we change our communication skills. And in your case, thank you. I'm glad to know about the confidence, because that's where they need to be in the next part of their journey.
my theory, which is much deeper than a theory, it's really a thesis, it's an intuitive thesis, that we women in the second half of life, you said it already, I'm listening very carefully to what you say, and you've said numerous times, I've had my own experience. My work now is based on my personal experiences and the wisdom that I sought out. I call that wisdom gleaned and gained. And now I'm encouraging women in the second half of life to engage in commerce with each other, whether or not it's free, because some people don't, are retired and have resources available to them. That's a blessing. I know women putting stuff on their websites and offering, or for women like us who are still in business, why wouldn't we work together? So you and I offline are going to have a conversation.
We certainly are.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent. Listen, I've been looking at the time, because this is such important stuff that you're doing. I want to say thank you for being on the front of this issue. And I could feel how comforting and calming it is for women to find you, hire you, work with you, be supported by you through one of these most difficult times of life. And the biggest benefit is the children who experience their mother. You said you work with women, maybe also men, I don't know, but the children who experience their parents in a different way as a result of the work that you created and the work that you are doing now. So on behalf of the world, I want to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. That's really the goal. Just remember the children come first. That's what happened when I was 23. And in my first marriage, it was always, they forgot the children. And that was the biggest heartbreak. And how to plan your own life, because you're the only one in charge of it. Stop blaming others. Stop being a victim. Life sucks. Look what's going on now with this pandemic. It's what we do with it. And Susan, that's where I want to recognize you for your work. And thank you for reaching out. You are one awesome lady.
Oh, thank you.
And you bring so much to all of us at the second part of our lives.
Thank
you for being you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm also in my divine space, so I'm just sitting here doing this as we are. So I'm going to end this now, but you and I have a conversation.
Offline.
And if anybody it comes my way, I'm sending them your way for this.
And same here. Absolutely. Right. Susan, have an awesome, awesome day.
Thank you. Take care. I'll see you soon.
You too. Bye.
Bye-bye.